Hi everyone, hope you guys are doing good. I'm just waiting for some more people to join in and then we can start the session. And please let me know in the comments if I'm audible to you. Okay, thank you, Tushar and Ayush, for letting me know that. Uh, I wanna tell you all, whoever is watching today's webinar, I wanna tell each one of you that today's webinar is special because we have a student who will be telling more about his coding journey and why is coding important for school kids. So basically, it is by a kid and for kids. That is why the today's session is important. Our guest for the day is Priyanshu, and he's currently studying in Greenland Convent School, and he's in 11th class. Non-medical background. His interests are game development, web development, AR, quantum computing, and he has also made projects on the same. The most interesting thing about Priyanshu is that he started coding when he was 10. So basically, he was in his fifth standard, and that's when he started to code and develop an interest in programming. Now, without wasting any time, I would like to invite him to the stream so that we can start our Q&A session with him. Hi, Priyanshu. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm also good. Um,
That's good.
so yeah, uh, Priyanshu, would you like to tell about yourself to the viewers who have joined in? Although I've given a brief description about you, but then I want you to introduce yourself to the guests.
Sure. So, I'm Priyanshu Bhattacharjee. I'm a 17-year-old software developer and a high school student. Currently, I have experience in web, game, AR, VR, and mobile application development. I'm also into quantum computing, and currently, I'm also doing freelancing. And yeah, and I have also taught 100 plus students, including college professors, on augmented and virtual reality. So, yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. That's really great.
Thanks.
Okay, so without wasting any time, I would like to directly jump to the discussion for today. That is coding, and that is which is why I really want to know what is the importance of coding starting as early as school.
Well, coding is really important because if coding enables someone's like it can help someone to enhance their logical thinking. Like it can help in problem solving skills. Like believe me or not, before starting coding, I wasn't really good in maths, but coding actually helped me. It actually helped me to be better in maths. So coding is really helpful for a school kid also, or even the person is really old, they can also start coding. So coding is for everyone, and it can be really beneficial for everyone.
Okay, so are you saying if somebody is a coder and if he's studying in, say, standard 8th, so will he be able to solve math problems quickly or logical aptitude reasoning questions easily if he's already into coding? Is there something like that? Like, can we relate mathematics or aptitude and coding?
Yeah, sure. They can actually solve them because see, what is coding? It's a logical creativity actually. We have to think logically to implement any sort of algorithm or any sort of data structure, any sort of application. Like if I talk about augmented reality, in there is a plane detection. There is a plane detection algorithm. So in the backend, in the backend of that, there are multiple algorithms running. So yeah, it can actually help. And even uh, and coding yeah, coding doesn't teaches maths, of course, but coding helps, like it helps to enhance the logical reasoning part and problem solving part. So yeah, maths is necessary for coding also, and coding can also help a person to get better in the maths part. So yeah, it can help in building its logical thinking.
Yeah,
So
basically
yeah,
you get your gray cells on work, and that's how you are able to solve questions more effectively because you have
right,
switched on that side of your brain, right?
yeah, right.
Okay. I am so in the comment section, Ayush says, I didn't get it. By coding, we learn maths. So, Ayush, we are not saying that you would learn math by coding, but we are saying that side of yours would somehow improve and you would be able to solve questions more effectively, maybe. And Priyanshu, would you like to add something to it?
Yeah, because coding actually has helped me in my maths part also. Because previously I didn't used to like maths, but when I started with coding, I had to learn maths for it. Like if I am learning data structures and algorithms, I had to learn functions. I had to learn uh, permutations, combinations, linear algebra, and all those things. So it did help me actually, and uh, because of my practice, I also enhanced my logical reasoning skills. So yeah, it did definitely help me.
Okay, okay. My next question to you is, what is a student missing if he is not into coding? Is there is there something that he's missing very majorly in his life?
The fun, because coding gives fun. It's my passion. Whenever I code, I find it very enjoying. They actually miss the fun if they don't code. Although it's not necessary for them to code, because there is graphic designing also. There is video editing also. So those are also really good skills. So coding isn't necessary, but if someone is not coding, they are missing the fun actually, because with the help of coding we can bring our imagination into real one, and especially with the technology of AR VR, we can bring our imagination into real life. So coding can really help, and of course the student misses the fun of coding. Of course he misses that. So yeah.
Okay, that's a very nice perspective. I never saw it like that. I always thought of zeros and ones, binaries, and programming languages, but I never took it as something which I would do whenever I would want to have fun. So that's a very nice perspective. My next question to you is, how much time does it take for a student or a beginner to learn a programming language? And that could be any of the programming language, starting from Python to SQL to JavaScript to any of the languages.
Well, this is a very common question actually. Many beginners ask this, and one thing I say them that it depends on them. Like, what is their pace? Like, if I talk about a very beginner who don't know about coding and just want to start with its first language, it doesn't matter which language it picks. Yeah, the faster he is able to grasp those concepts, the faster he'll be able to learn that language. So it totally depends on the person. And after, let's say, you have learned one or two programming language, you are learning your third programming language, then you need not to understand the core concepts like for loops and all those core concepts. You just need to learn the syntax. So one can even, like, if I have learned two programming language and I'm going to learn a third one, then I can even learn that programming language in 2 days. But if I am starting with a language, then it might take some days, even months, based on what is my pace, how am I able to grasp those particular topic, how am I practicing them. So yeah, it totally depends person to person.
Okay, and talking about you, how much time did you take to learn a basic programming language?
Well, when I started, like my school started at that time, like in class fifth, I was in ICSC. So they had a programming language called Q Basic. So at that time, it did took me months because the school was teaching at a slow pace, and at that time, I didn't had any interest on programming languages. Although I started at that time, my main interest came actually a year after learning Q Basic. So I followed the school curriculum only, so it took some time. Of course, it did. It was a 1 year curriculum, so it took 1 year. But it doesn't happen like it wouldn't have happened if I learned it by myself, because if I learn a language consistently, then hardly it would take a month. For me it would take a month. I'm telling this when when I don't know any sort of programming language. I'm really a beginner, so at that point of time it might take a month for me at max. I can even complete it beforehand, before 1 month. And if I talk about after learning QBasic, I learned C++, Java, and they didn't took me much because I was already aware of those concepts. And even when I left ICSC after class 8th, I learned Python for my use cases. So it took me only 2 to 3 days to learn the Python, because the truth is that learning a programming language isn't that hard. The main thing that is the concepts. Like if the concept is not clear, then it would be it would be really a big problem in future times. So it is really important to clear the concepts rather than learning each and every programming language. So yeah.
Okay, okay, fair enough. And why do you think there is so much negativity when it comes to kids coding, and when it comes to somebody teaching them how to code at an early age? Why can't people accept it like any other subject? Because in today's technically advanced world where everything has technology behind it, why can't people accept that it's really, really important for a student or a kid at 12 or 13 years of age to get into coding and really get the hang of it?
Right. Actually, that is the problem of orthodox thinking. Like people like really think that kids can't do programming. It's not their thing. Like that's the basic like nature of people. Like I have seen multiple people saying that to me. I have also seen on YouTube comments. There were many comments on my videos also. So I know some friends in their video also they commented like that. It feels bad, but the truth is that it's an orthodox thinking. We actually can't. It's really worthless to think about those people, because they are like kids are nothing. They can't do anything. They just only sit at home and study their school subjects. Their thinking is like that, and I really don't support that kind of thinking. And what keeps me motivated is my passion for coding. Because I find many people who tell that you started at an early age, enjoy your childhood and blah blah blah. But that's actually not true. Yeah, if some parents or even someone is forcing a kid to do coding because of some ads shown on TV showing that he will earn like a 1 crore package. So that's actually not true. That doesn't happen in this industry. So that if the guardian is forcing the kid, then it's a wrong thing. Of course it is a wrong thing. But if the kid is like is doing coding by themselves, it's their own matter, then why one should interfere in that? So I really think that kids should not think about the people who are downgrading them, who are telling that coding is not for kid. And the truth is coding is for everyone. Doesn't matter what your age is. Even I started coding when I was 10 year old. Even there are many people who started coding at the age of 60. Even a news came that a truck driver who started coding at the age of 16, and now he's in Google. He's a software engineer at Google. So age doesn't matter. I don't know why they bring that age thing. And the school that a kid should be is in school, then he should do the school subjects. Other than that, he can't do anything. He can't play games, he can't do coding, he can't do any other activities that gives him fun. Because the subjects that are being taught in school, we aren't interested in those subjects. They are compulsory subjects. We are not interested in those subjects. I'm not interested in SST. Why should I do that? But my school is forcing me, so I have to do that. But coding is something I enjoy, so I would do that by my own. Who is that person to tell me that coding is not for kid? It is my thing, I will do that. You can do anything of your own, just don't demotivate a kid. And because of this, many kids, I have seen many kids gets demotivated. Like if I tell a story, once I was interviewing a person. He was a 3D graphic design, sorry, 3D modeler, yeah. He was a really good 3D modeler, and he didn't had a laptop. His father, he had his father's laptop, and his father didn't supported him. His father told that it was a wastage of time. But I have seen his 3D models, his 3D environments, and he designed them beautifully. Like they were really good designs with high quality graphics. So because of this orthodox thinking, kids, most of the kids nowadays gets downgraded. So that's the major problem. But now time is changing. Many kids are earning through their skills. Many are doing really good in their field. So yeah, this age will also go, and this orthodox thinking will also be vanished soon.
Okay, right. Is there any advice you would like to give to such parents who are a little hesitant in making their kids learn coding at an early age, or any advice you would like to give to their children who want to code but somehow, because of their parents, they are unable to? Or if you think so, what's the mentality of parents is that it might create undue pressure on kids if they start coding at this age because they already have so many subjects in hand from school, and if coding gets added then it would create a lot of pressure for them. So would you like to advise or would you like to comment on this?
Well, the truth is, many parents think that coding is a wastage of time, 3D modeling is a wastage of time. So, and that's not true actually. It gives a, like, it is an actual skill that can help a person in real world. The things we are learning at school, it's okay. It's good that we are learning that in school, but we should have the we should have the ability, we should have the capability to learn our own things. Parent like if I want to learn coding, then parents should not interfere in that. They should at least understand that yeah, our kid wants to learn something. Let the kid learn. They should understand that. They should support that kid. And I'm glad that many parents are doing so. The mindset is changing. But there are many parents who think that this is a wastage of time. So what I would like to say is at least give your kid a chance. Don't be like ki, uh, don't do coding, it's a full wastage of time. Give them a chance to learn what they are doing. They just want to learn. You don't want to provide the kid with any money. Don't do that. Don't give the money. They will learn from through open source learning, but at least let them learn. Don't put a barrier in front of them that you can't do any other activity. You just have to have to do your school subjects. That would be really bad. That is not acceptable actually. That limits the kids. That limits the kids capabilities. So, and also I would like to suggest the kid, if your parent is forcing, if your parent is not supporting, then don't get demotivated. Like I have seen, I have many friends who get demotivated because their parents doesn't support them. What I always tell them is to talk with them. Maybe they don't understand in the first day, maybe they don't understand the second day, in the third day, but they will understand in the fourth day. Continue your journey, because your life is your life. No one should control it. You like coding, you like 3D modeling, you like graphic designing, do it then. Yeah, do your studies also, of course. Do your studies also, but at least put an hour or two eh, for your passion subjects also that you are passionate about. If you are passionate about physics, you are passionate about quantum computing or quantum physics, take your time. Take at least 2 hours of time and do some research, learn it, put your time into it. Don't get demotivated and leave the leave your passion, because maybe school will help you getting a job, but your passion will help you getting your dream job. Because a person a person can only stick to an particular industry if he's passionate about that industry, if he likes that industry. Or else after 1 year or so, the work will get boring if he's not passionate about the work. So yeah, that's what I recommend the kids, that don't lose hope, don't lose
Right.
hope.
Hmm.
And always follow your passion. And also I would also like to tell parents that don't limit your kids. Give your kids the like give your kids the access to technology, so that they can enhance yourself, they can learn something new, they can uh, do something for the community, they can help the community. Even many people are doing that. So that's better, right? Like a kid should be able to make their own decision. It shouldn't be like that orthodox thinking that kids are kids, they can't do anything, they have very little knowledge of all the things.
Right,
The truth
right.
is that, if I had to say, the truth is many kids have more knowledge than college graduates,
Yeah,
and that's the truth. So it's not like kids should not have any access to those technologies, they should have the access. So
right.
yeah.
Okay. Very, very well. That was a very good piece of advice from Priyanshu. I would also like to take up this query in the comment section, which is how to start basics in coding from age of 15. Taha wants to know.
Well, you have to follow some steps. Pick your mouse, pick your computer, search for some programming language, let's say Java, C++, follow a tutorial of it, learn that language, and then practice it. That's the thing you have to do.
Yeah, these are actually very basic steps, and I
Yeah,
think you can do it, Taha. If you have the interest and zeal to do it, then you can surely do it.
yeah.
Okay, I think we've pretty much discussed everything, and the session was very descriptive. You've explained everything so nicely that everyone seems very satisfied with your answers and my questions. So thank you, Priyanshu, for joining in, for giving such good piece of advice to everybody. And yeah, it was great chatting with you.
Thank you.
Good luck. Good luck. Bye.
Bye.
And thank you all for joining in and watching us talk about coding. See you guys again very soon. And yes, keep coding. And even if you're not coding, then at least stay curious. Bye.